let's just talk through the first quarter forecast. It seems like that's what a lot of the sell side is seizing onto, and that's why you see the shares reacting the way that they are. So your revenue forecast is now $259 million to $261 million. That is well above the estimate of just around $243 million. Where did this strength come from? What are you seeing that led you to this upgrade?
First of all, thank you so much for this opportunity. We had a strong end of the last fiscal year. The Q4 subscription revenue, subscription ARR grew 39% year over year. And not only that, we generated $75 million of free cash flow in the quarter, and then we were cash flow positive for the full year. And I love our customers. I travel around the world. I had 400 plus meetings last year. And what we are observing is that cyber resiliency is the number one priority in cybersecurity. Everyone is worried about ransomware attack and cyber attack, and how do they keep their businesses up and running irrespective of the attack. And that's what is driving the demand for Rubrik. That's what is reflected in our guidance. We guided 30% growth in the top line revenue for the next fiscal year.
Bipul, let's dig a little bit deeper under the hood. On the earnings call last night, analysts were really impressed that you're basically a year ahead of where you thought you would be just even a year ago. And so when we think about the generative AI opportunity here, obviously you guys were a huge beneficiary of the cloud transition, which seems silly to say now because it's so commonplace. But what does AI do for your future growth prospects?
As generative AI gathers steam in the enterprise, businesses have to transform to be ready for Gen AI. And these transformations involve transformation to cloud and also transforming their data landscape from the data integrity, data classifications, understanding of sensitive data. Because to deliver responsible AI, businesses have to ensure that the right data goes to the right user. And Rubrik is a data security company, and we are delivering integrity of the data, availability of the data, and ensuring that only the right data goes to the right user on the right platform at the right time for the right duration.
When it comes to the geopolitical tensions around the world, there's a number of conflicts going on right now. Do you guys see any kind of signal of increased cybersecurity threats that kind of correlate to what's going on in the world? And is that good for your business at the end of the day?
Obviously, if you look at the geopolitical landscape, you have nation-state actors, industrial espionage, insider threat. I mean, as we are digitizing and moving and adopting newer and newer technology for productivity gains, the surface area of attacks keeps increasing. So this has been a trend that has been a secular trend. What is shift is in the last 3-4 years, there is a realization that folks cannot stop all the attacks. And in the last 25 years, everyone invested in attack prevention. And now the focus has moved to saying that attacks will happen, and how do we ensure that our businesses keep running? Schools are still open when the attack happens. The kids can go to school, people can go to hospital, your banks can still dole out money when you swipe your credit card or swipe your debit card. So essentially keeping the business up and running in the geopolitical environment, cyber warfare, critical infrastructure, is high priority, and that's what is driving this new vision in cybersecurity around cyber resilience.
Well, just in the past couple of weeks, I mean, you remember Elon Musk saying that X was being cyber attacked. X was down for a little bit. I couldn't see my feed. It was really a scary time. But I'm wondering if this is just a fact of life. I mean, you think about all the high-profile cyber attacks that we've had in the past couple years, the past couple months even, and it seems like there has been an uptick, and that's not necessarily abating.
Cyber attack has fundamentally changed in the last 5 to 7 years. It used to be a bored teenager showing middle finger to large corporation by bringing down their website or doing the denial of service attacks. Now it has become a cyber crime where people are trying to monetize or protest or demonstrate that they can take a business down. And it is a fundamental existential threat to businesses, as Elon wrote that X was under attack and they were trying to bring it down. That's where the businesses are today. So if you are not ready for cyber attack, and if you're not ready to keep your services up and running in spite of cyber attack, the business may not exist. And that's the new environment that everyone is living in.